Hi, my name is Jasmine, and today I'm going to be talking about the organelles of the cell. So, when learning biology and learning about things like DNA, RNA, and proteins, you need to learn about the organelles that are inside the cell to help you understand. So, one of the organelles of a cell that mostly everybody knows is the nucleus. So, the nucleus is important because it serves as a function of information storage in retrieval and duplication of genetic information, our genes. The nucleus is an organelle found in eukaryotic cells. It contains the majority of the cell's genetic material. This material is organized as DNA molecules along with a variety of proteins to form chromosomes. The next one is the endoplasmic reticulum, also known as the ER. So the endoplasmic reticulum, there are two types. There's the soft one and there's the rough ones. But overall, it's a work of membranous tubules within the cytoplasm of a eukaryotic cell. It usually has ribosomes attached and is involved in protein and lipid synthesis. So the smooth ER, its main function is to make cellular products like hormones and lipids, as well as regulate and releases calcium ions and processes toxins. The rough ER has ribosomes for protein synthesis on its surface and is responsible for the assembly of many proteins in a process called translation, which is a term used in the central dogma, which is from DNA to RNA to proteins. The next one I'm going to talk about is the Golgi. So the Golgi, which is one right here, is made up of a membrane-bound sacs. It has many names like Golgi body, Golgi complex, dictyosome. The job of the Golgi is to process and bundle macromolecules, like proteins and lipids, as they are synthesized within the cell. The next one is mitochondria. So a lot of people learn about mitochondria in high school, like I did, and what we basically learn is that mitochondria is the powerhouse cell, and that's kind of it, and that's all that sticks with you as you grow up. But the main job of mitochondria is to perform cellular respiration, and this means it takes the nutrients from the cell and then breaks it down and turns it into energy. It does this in many ways with other components, but I don't really want to get too much into it, but maybe in another video I can. The next one is the endosomal machinery. So it's not really here, but it includes lysomes and endosomes, which is part of it. So it is a pathway specialized for the uptake of compounds from a cell microenvironment for their degradation. The endocytic pathway also receives cargo destined for degradation via the autopathic pathway. Endosomes are a heterogeneous collection of organelles that sort and deliver internalized material from the cell surface and transports the materials from the Golgi to the lysomes. Lysomes are one of the key organelles, these involved in digestion and waste removal. They are organelles that contain digestive enzymes, and they digest excess or worn out organelles, food particles, and engulf viruses or bacteria. The next one I'm going to be talking about are peroxisomes. Peroxisomes are important because they provide a major source of metabolic energy. Peroxisomes have two functions. One is to break down fatty acids to be used for forming membranes and fuel for respiration, and to transfer hydrogen from compounds to oxygen to create hydrogen peroxide. Then converts that into water, which is actually really cool. So the plasma membrane, which is just this line, it's like all the way around it. So its main function is to protect the cell from its surroundings. It is composed of a phospholipid bilayer and is with embedded proteins. It is selectively permeable to ions and organic molecules and regulates the movement of substances that are going in and outside of the cell. Lipid rafts are subdomains of the plasma membrane. They exist as distinct liquid-ordered regions of the membrane that are resistant to extraction with non-ionic detergents. So the lipid rafts are inside of the plasma membrane, and the caveolae, which are also in there, are smaller vascular invaginations of the cell membrane. It is within this organelle that it performs transcytosis or pinocytosis and signal transduction. And that's all I have to say about the organelles of a cell. Okay, thank you for listening, and I hope you watch other videos. Stay tuned for our next video on the central dogma.